What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Rich here to talk some NBA prop plays over on PrizePicks for Wednesday, March the 8th. We have a decent slate tonight with a couple of pretty good games, but I found some early edges on PrizePicks I'm going to get to you guys right now. I think there's some really good data behind it. I know we did not have the best day on Monday, but let's get after it again tonight. For all the high-flying action, take a step back and relax. It's time to count that money. The NBA props, no look any further. You know what time it is. Presented by PrizePicks, NBA props. Let's
count that money, man.
All right, so there's three plays that I have on the docket for today, and variance has to go my way today. The first one I'm looking at is Al Horford, the center for the Boston Celtics, over 12.5 points and assists. He's hit this number in 4 of his last 5 games. And on top of that, there is a small chance that Tatum doesn't play in this one. This is just a really low number for a guy who's been performing very well. He scored 20 points in 2 of his last 3 games. Now, I'll be fair and say that he's not the best scorer. He doesn't always have his moments, but in this matchup against Portland, this is actually a really good spot for him. They've been allowing 31.8 points and assists to opposing centers, and while Horford is more of a low-volume center, this is a game where he could get hot and score a lot of points. We talked about this with Emmanuel quickly a little while ago, talking about how he's been super hot and playing well, so there's no reason to fade him when the matchup is really good. I think the same case can be made for Horford here. I think he's got a good spot against Portland. And, you know, there may be some long rebounds because of a lot of three-pointers. And if, heaven forbid, Tatum doesn't play, that only makes the play even better for Horford. That's the issue with taking a Jaylen Brown number now, is that we don't have all that information and his lines are kind of juiced up. This Horford line is very low. And, of course, he can easily score 13 points in a game. He's done it recently. He's been playing pretty well. I think we trust him here. Even though the books aren't giving him much respect, he has been playing very well. And you can see that last 5, 18.4. And the 100 possession data says he should be around 17. So I'm willing to kind of roll the dice here. He did have one bad game, I think 2 games ago, where he only had 9 points and assists. But outside of that, he's been outstanding, going over 13 in the past 4. So I'm willing to trust him here. Darius Garland over his threes at 2.5, minus 140 on the books right now. It may get pulled off of PrizePicks at some point. So if you can get it early, I would definitely take it. Early in the year, I talked about Miami and how they are just dreadful at defending the 3. I would take Garland's threes. I would take Mitchell's threes. They should smash. It's the perfect matchup. You see, they're second worst in the NBA. At one point, they were absolute dead last. Whether it's shooting guards, point guards, just torched them. Garland's been averaging 3.8 over his last 5 and 3.3 in terms of the 100 possession data. So he should be good for another 3 again tonight. He's not going to fail me like Jaylen Brown did when he was shooting bricks up a few days ago. I believe in Darius Garland. And the last one, which isn't a play I normally take, but it's very interesting to me, taking Trae Young's under an assist at 9.5. It is minus 125 on DraftKings Sportsbook, and the Washington Wizards are the number 1 matchup at stopping point guards from getting assists. They actually played Trae Young not too long ago. Trae Young only had 7 assists, and I was looking back at the data because you see Trae Young 8.6 assists over the last 5, and then 8.3 in terms of the 100 possession data because of the matchup. But the bigger thing for me is when you look at this chart here, it is astounding how good the Wizards have been against point guards. You have to go back all the way to January to find the last time a point guard had 10 assists against them. Now you see Jalen Brunson had 9, Fred VanVleet had 9. So they're not playing a bunch of bums out here. They just do a very good job at limiting assists to opposing point guards. And while Trae Young, in my opinion, is one of the best, if not the best players in terms of setting up their teammates for us and getting assists outside of maybe Nikola Jokic, but at the point guard position, he's definitely one of the top guys. I still think this is a pretty good number, and you can see the data to support it. The books tend to agree. The matchup just isn't quite there, and he probably gets right around 8 or 9. He doesn't mean he's going to get to 10. He, of course, is Trae Young. He can do it, but I think the edge and the real smart play here is to take the under because the Wizards have just been too good at stopping opposing point guards from getting assists. So as always, if you tail give PrizePicks, and if we fail, do not bail. Al Horford over his points and assists at 12.5. Darius Garland over his threes at 2.5. And Trae Young under his assists at 9.5. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to drop me a like and subscribe for future content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck tonight, and I'm out. Peace.